Hi everyone, welcome in. I'm Tammy, I'm the Siberian Wind, and we're just gonna work on getting some stuff done. I've labeled all of these as pop-up stitches, um, but it is what it is. We're just going to work on getting something done. Um, so join me, join me while we sew. If you are in the chat tonight, let me know that you're here. Let me know what you're working on. Talk to me. Let me know what's going on in your world. Hey, Ellen, welcome in. You are the first one here tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Or the first one to chat. Let's put it that way. You're the first one to chat, so thank you. I have been working off and on this. This is Echoes. And speaking of, I actually have all my pattern stuff tucked away up there so I can get to it. It is going to look something like this when it's done. It's kind of along those lines, but it's all in my pastel and purple colors. Hey, Janet, welcome in. She says hello from Illinois. I'm glad you guys are here. You're watching the grandsons tonight. Oh, that's perfect, Ellen. That's a good way to spend a Saturday evening. My husband is off working at the theater tonight, going to hang out with those people. Like they're something different than regular people. They are they're theater people. Theater people are theater people. If you know what I'm talking about with theater people being theater people, let me know. Oh my gosh. I decided I wanted to sew tonight. And guys, I have a stack, bigger than this actually. I've got a couple of stacks of projects I could be working on. And for the life of me, there is one that I really, really, really need to get done. But I need to cut some more fabric, and I'm not really in the mood to cut that much. I'm going to cut a little bit tonight as I trim, but I'm not going to cut. Like, I'm not going to do a big cutting night. Hey, Janet says she's working on some 4 patches tonight. Sounds good. These are going to be 9 patches. The blocks that I'm going to assemble are going to be these. So I already have all my half square triangles assembled. But I will be picking out my fabrics for my triangle points or tri-rec pieces, as well as my my center hourglasses. So I'm going to be pulling all of those out as I go. Last time we worked on this, we worked on this, which is the B1 block, I believe. We're gonna double check. And my wrist has started hurting. Literally the moment I hit go live is when it started giving me grief. So if I'm reaching down, squeezing my wrist a little bit tonight, just know I'm trying to make it not itch and not hurt. It just decided to start acting up the moment I hit go live. That is normal. Just as normal as it is for the puppy dog to get up and go roll around on the floor the moment I hit go live, because he is doing that. All right, so B1, we had to make 6. And let's see if I've got 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I've got 6 of these, and I do not have a label on them yet. So before I go any further, that's what we're gonna do, because I had made one of B1, made one of B4, but I haven't gotten back to this and really worked on it. So we're gonna work on it some tonight. Do you ever have those projects that just seem like they never end? This is kind of that for me. This project, I love it. It is all these beautiful, beautiful purple batiks. I mean, you guys can see them in here along with all my sloppy handwriting and then post-it notes. But I've not really gotten back to it in the way that I would have liked to have. So this project has been going on since summer last year. So this is kind of overdue to be done. I really need to start putting numbers on my boxes as to when I'm working on something, so I know how long it takes me. Who else has had a project that has taken years to complete? Because I know I'm going on years on this one now. I've had this in my mind for much longer than that. But yeah, I'm I'm glad you guys are here. I'm just saying. I'm glad you guys are here. All right, I'm going to move this out of the way and we're going to lay out some blocks. And I'm going to start at the bottom of the order. We have to go all the way through B8. And I've got to make 4 of those, so we're going to start with that. And I'm just going to stack them up, and we're just going to sew through what we can sew through. That is how we're going to do it. All right, 6 and 7 I do need. So, and I need 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I may have some trimming I have to do along the way as well. I think I already have some that I need to trim. So I will be trimming that. Oh, wow, look at how close to each other these are. So one print is this feathery print, the other print is more the dots, and it is a half square triangle, I promise. There is a seam in the middle of that. Here's like one of the others. It has a little bit more color to it, so it's a little bit easier to see. And you guys are getting the serenade of the monkey, I believe. Is that a monkey we've got tonight? I don't know. I don't know what he's got. He's got something. I'm not sure if it's the monkey or not, but he's got something. All right, 7's supposed to go down here, so let me put it where you guys can see it. And actually, we'll adjust slightly. There we go. All right, so 6 and 7 is there. So, Janet, what are these 4 patches going into? And Ellen, how old are the grandsons? I would love to have some grandchildren. I am not there yet, but I would love to have some grandchildren, just saying. All right, so we got 6 and 8, so I need 4 of those for this one. We're just going to stack all of these until all of the fabrics I need are stacked. I have a table runner like that. The base is done, and now it needs applique, and I'm not a fan. I keep procrastinating. I have got a lot of applique projects over there. If you want to swap, I will swap with you. I'm not a huge applique fan either. Those fabrics are pretty. Thank you. Oh, they're 9 and 3. Oh, those are good and challenging ages all at the same time. Those are some interesting ages. I don't know how I'd feel about those ages. They are definitely challenging. The 9-year-old can talk enough probably to carry on a deep conversation, and the 3-year-old's attention span's probably like a goldfish. That's my experience with my son when he was 3. I don't know if I'm accurate for everybody, but that's what our experience was. I also have 2 others. They're 19 and 14 and a 3-year-old granddaughter. Oh my gosh, you have a lot of grands to go around. That probably also means that Christmas gets expensive. Am I right? I know for me, I would want to buy Christmas for everybody, and Christmas gets so expensive so fast. So fast. As the puppy dog is making his noises and then going to wander off like nothing happened. Oh, he's trying to explore. He's trying to see what he can get into. All right, let's see. 1 and 4 is not in here either. And yeah, I'm going to have some trimming tonight, guys. Oh, I'm going to have some trimming. But that's okay. That's okay. That's what pop-up stitching time is. It's figuring out what we have left to do and doing it anyway. Janet says she has a nativity panel that she's going to use as one of the borders. She's been doing a no buy 25, so I am only using fabrics I have. I like that plan. I did actually get gifted fabric the other day, and the fabric that I got gifted, it's not typically what I would use as a focus print, and so I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with it yet. I'll figure something out, but I'm just not sure yet. Yes, I got my first Christmas gift today for the 9-year-old. Oh, how cool. Very cool. Well, guys, I am getting birthday presents in. I am so excited. My birthday presents have already started arriving. I did get one from a subscriber too. So you guys will get to see that Sunday. I am so crazy excited about my Christmas gift from my subscriber. That one's really cool. That one's really cool. It's been on my wish list for a while. It's been on my non-official wish list. I've said something about it, but I haven't said, oh, can somebody get it for me? So, all right, so I need 2, let's see, 7, 6, 8, and 2. All right, so I don't need fabric 3. I'm stacking them up, All right, I don't need 5. All right, this is fabric 2. I do need fabric 2. All right, where do I need to put fabric 2? All right, 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is so much easier when they're all already stacked, and all I have to do is pick up and sew. And we're going to go ahead and stack up all of what I've got left and see if we can sew whatever we can. That's right, your birthday is Tuesday, my anniversary. Oh, yes, it is. My birthday is definitely Tuesday. I'm so excited about my birthday. I don't know why I'm so crazy excited about my birthday this year. It just means I'm getting older. That's all it means. But I am still a bit excited about it. And it's kind of that crazy thing, you know? Do we really all want to get older? Well, I guess it's a badge of achievement. So, like, I've achieved. Can we do that? Can we do that I've achieved level 43 on Tuesday? That I'm not having a birthday, I'm having a level up. I'm leveling up on Tuesday. How wrong would that be for me to just level up? So I guess that means if you guys are here or if whoever watches the replay, you guys will know how old I am. The rest of them are going to get to guess. I guess. Should I? I don't know if I want people guessing how old I am. That's kind of scary. My husband has to guess how old I am already, so it's par for the course, isn't it? My husband gets my birthday wrong all the time. He'll get it right for the next like month and a half, and then he'll like completely forget, and I'll have to start reminding him what my birthday is. Hey, Linda, welcome in. Glad you're here. We are just chatting, and once I get through sorting, then we'll start sewing. We'll sew for as long as I feel up to it. And that's kind of what we're doing tonight. I figured I'd go and hang out with you guys and see what y'all were up to, see what you're sewing tonight if you're sewing. I've got to go back and watch Sherry's premiere from today. I didn't get to stay in the chat this afternoon when she went live, so I'm going to try to go back and watch that. I'm 65 on the 25, not excited. Oh my gosh. Oh, you're 65 on the 25th. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't be excited either, but you know, it is an achievement. It is. We made it this far. It might have been blood, sweat, and tears, but we made it this far. That's my look on it. Our 45th wedding anniversary is the 11th. Hubby got me a horn sewing table. He's the keeper. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I mean, you've gotten him for 45 years. I mean, do you really want to train another one at this point? I mean, crazy question, right? Hey, Zaza, welcome in. Glad you made it. I don't want to train another one. I think that's where my cutoff is I'm not sure if I want to train another one. I've only had this one 8 years. We're going on 9. We'll hit 9 years in January. But I'm not sure if I want to train another one. That's going to be the challenge is whether or not, I can find one that comes pre-trained. Hey, Joan. Welcome in. Just joking from So Becca. Happy birthday. Thank you. Awesome. Oh yeah, I forgot Becca goes live tonight. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to step on toes. I wasn't trying to take people away from Becca. My bad. My bad. I'm sorry. I wasn't even thinking. Hey, Raina, welcome in. Yes, please. Absolutely. She says she has another show and tells that she needs to send. Perfect. You can either email it to me or you can upload it in the Facebook group. Either way works. I'm glad to have you here tonight. The thought of dating would fill me with dread, says Zaza, right? See, I don't know if I could like bypass the dating phase. If I could get one that's already trained, you know, I'd have to get one that's already trained. I think that would be the thing. Hey, Debbie, welcome in. We're talking about the replaceability of husbands because they're not really replaceable, but you know. Hey, Jojo, welcome in. It's just random talk. I promise. It is no plans have been made. Hey, Linda, Trendy Threads is here. Doing some sewing while listening. Perfect. That's kind of what we're going to be doing when I get to the sewing part. We're laying everything out first so that I don't have to sort every time when we want to start a new block. So we're just going to lay out the whole darn thing for all of these blocks that I've got to do. And then we're going to start sewing. So it's going to be a hot minute before I start sewing. I wanted to start sewing immediately, but I really should have like done some of this beforehand and I didn't think to. So it's all on me. It's my fault. I'm the problem. It's me. I've been with a husband for 30 years, married for 28. Oh, wow. That'd be hard to retrain, Zaza. I'm only at 8 years. We'll hit 9 in January, I think. Is that right? Yeah, we'll hit 9 in January. We got married in 19, so we'll hit 9 in January. I told him he owed me 20, so we'll see if he makes it to 20. I know that's crazy. All right, so that's B8. I've got all of B8 laid out. Now we're going to do B7, and I'm going to make 6 of those. So we're going to start with, oh my gosh, what are we going to start with? How do I want to do this? Because I got fabric all over the place now. Hi, puppy. We're not getting anything right now. I promise we're not. All right, so I've got 1, 7, 5, and 8. So I don't need 2 and 7. I don't need 4 and 6. There's 1 and 8. I probably need that. Yep, I sure do. And I would need 6 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And okay, so here's a question. And you're not allowed to be mad at me for asking it. So the question is, do you have to look over or under your glasses to see things? Or is that just a me thing? Is that just a Tammy thing? Or is that there's a lot of people who have to do that thing. I have, within the last like 6 months to a year, I've had more and more issues where I'm having to just like not use my glasses. My optometrist said that was probably going to start happening, but does anybody else do that? Or is it just me? Is my eye doctor lying to me? All right, there's 4 and there's 6. So like up here when I'm counting, I don't need my glasses, but like if I'm out here, it kind of helps me to have them. Like it's crazy, but it kind of helps me. So I don't know. All right, let's see. 3 and 5, I don't need this time. 3 and 6, I don't need. Joan says she has a quilt for Sew and Tell. Hopefully she'll have it finished. Just have to do a few more quilting and then binding. I also have 3 more tote bags to make too. More dollars for retirement. I hear you. I like that plan. I need to be making money for non-retirement because I'm not hitting retirement because I'm still fighting disability. So, yeah, I need to make some money. I wear mine when I drive. As soon as I get home, they come off. See, I do have to have them like full time. Like I can't just take them off and leave them. I do have to have them full time. So I know that like I'm not getting out of it that way. It's just I'm looking over them all the time instead of looking through them. And I just don't know how normal that is. All right, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, that's all of those that I have. All right, so fabric 6 I do not need. Fabric 7 I do. So I'm having to just count these out as I go. I have to wear glasses in order to see. No, I don't do the looking over or under. See, I didn't until recently. And it's just been recently that I do see better without them up close. Now, far distance, forget it. Distance is not even an issue. I have to have them. So I would have to have them for driving and like shopping and all of that kind of stuff and looking at the computer all the time. I have to see them. What are you making? It looks great. So I am working on, and pardon the squeaky toy. The squeaky toy nonsense. Somebody's very happy to play and keep himself occupied. I am making echoes. It is a Jenny Beyer pattern. And like this is the back side. So all of these pieces that you're seeing right here are forming, where are we at? They're forming this juncture here between this piece and that piece with this and that. Hey Sheila, welcome in. And then this piece between that, this and this. So it's falling into the mix there. So this is echoes. Tammy, I'm the same. We'll end up needing reading glasses. I have varifocals that are clearer on the bottom. Ah, very cool. And Ellen saying hello to everyone. You're very sweet for remembering. Thank you, thank you. I don't need reading glasses. Is the strange? I haven't ever needed reading glasses. My husband needs them, but I don't need reading glasses. I just need them for, the driving and all of that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I've, like, for up close stuff, I've stopped needing them for up close. And it's just weird. It's so weird because I always think of people who need glasses, myself included, as needing them for up close stuff, but that's not what's happening. That is not at all what's happening. All right, this is fabric 8, so I need all of it to go in here as well. Let's see. I don't need reading glasses either, says Zaza. That's awesome. It's crazy. Like, my husband's vision is getting worse as he ages. And of course, he's needing reading glasses more. And his strength keeps going up on his reading glasses, the little numbers on that. My prescription really didn't change much. However, even though my prescription didn't change, my near sight, my close sight, has changed. And it's just the weirdest thing to me to be able to see better. And I have never been able to do that in my life. Never in my life. Oh, looks like I don't have enough of these. I only have 5 and I need 6. Oh, no. I've already done that. My bad. Jaja says she doesn't have glasses but need to go in because when I look far, it's not crisp. Yeah, definitely go in. Definitely don't put that off. Your eyesight is very, very valuable, and don't put that off. Sheila says she's farsighted, so she does need glasses for up close. And I can see at a distance. Like if I take my glasses off, I can still read the screen. It's just not very clear and very crisp. But anything across the room, like I can see the time, which is like these big of letters. I can see the time on the digital clock, but I can't read clearly anything underneath that. So like from all my distance stuff, I can see things, I just can't see them clearly. And with these on, I can see them at a distance clearly. I can see the chat clearly. Because my computer is just about 12 inches away from my hand. So like this plus 12, maybe thereabouts. So that distance I can see without needing the other, but you know, it is what it is. Ah, Zaza says she's making a cup of tea. She didn't see Sheila coming in. Ah, love it. I love it. All right, I think I got all of this one. So I'm going to set that one aside. All right, fabric 1 is in this block as well. So we're going to pull out what we need for fabric 1 for this one. Oh, my wrist, guys. Oh, my wrist. I cannot wait until this bandage is off. 7 days, guys. 7 whole days. I cannot wait to get this bandage off my wrist. Tea sounds nice, says Sheila, right? I need reading and slightly for distance. I also have Graves' disease. I have to get my eyes checked on the regular. I bet. Yes, kind of. So my glasses, the pink tint, back before we knew that it was blue light that your computer screens and phone screens put out, I had a coworker that wore these really dark, really dark sunglass rose colored glasses. I mean, they were crazy dark, guys. I mean, just, you couldn't see his eyes. They were that dark. The glasses were that dark. So I asked him, I was like, why do you do that? Why do you wear those? And he said it was because it helps him see the computer screen more clearly. And I could tell because he could sit there with the tiniest script on his computer screen. Like, he had, out of everybody, he had the tiniest little font on the computer screen. And other people would come up and not be able to read his screen because they'd have to get closer to see it. Like, that's how close up he could, like how tiny he could make his text. Well, I'm like, that's cool. So the very next time I went to go get my glasses renewed, I'm like, you know, let's add this pink tint to it. And I just kind of worked myself up to the darkest tint that they have. And I've tried to go back to regular clear lenses since, and I just can't do it. I am now kind of stuck with the pink tint lens. Not that I mind. I do like it. But it is kind of part of who I am now. And I do take the glasses off for tea and Rolos. Oh my goodness, Zaza. You are going to corrupt me because I'm going to want some Rolos now. Just saying. I do love Rolos. I don't need to eat them, so don't order me any. But I do love some Rolos. This is fabric 5. And this really looks close to fabric 6, but it's not. Let's see, 2, 4, and 6. There we go. So I started getting the rose tint. And so now I'm famous for it. And everybody stops me and goes, I like your glasses. I'm like, well, they're prescription. I promise. They're, I wouldn't wear them if I didn't need them. But I could put my font on my computer screen way down and still be able to see just fine. I also don't have the eye strain that a lot of people report having looking at a computer screen all day. I don't have that. My strain is from sitting all day, not from the eye strain of looking at a computer screen. So I don't struggle with that. Like, that has been a very big blessing. Very big blessing. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We got them. We got them. Zaza says she can see better with her sunglasses. Yeah. So I actually, the fun part when you have tinted glasses like these is when you go for getting sunglasses, of course, they want to give you, if you're a regular glasses wearer, they want to give you those clip-ons that clip onto your glasses, or the big ones that like slide over your glasses, and they're just big and bulky and unseemly. Well, The only good news about all this is I can't use those. So I have to get prescription sunglasses. So I get the like, what are they called? Oh gosh, there's a style name for them. Like Oakley style, where they're the plastic frames and they're cut all the way around to the side of my head, and all of that. I do that with prescription lenses. So when I go to the car, I take these off, put them in the sunglass holder, and take my sunglasses out. So I constantly have a pair of sunglasses with me because these are not they don't help for the sun at all. All right, so that was B7. So I've got B7 laid out. So we're gonna go for B6. Let's see how many I've got to make of them. B6, I only have to make 4. Okay. All right. So I need 5, 8. 5, 8, 6, and 4. Okay. So that one's not part of it. That one's not part of it. That one isn't because it's a 2 and 8. My prescription sunnies live in the car too. I have actually 2 pairs, but it's kind of a bad story. A funny story, but bad story. So I went to go sell my sit-down long arm, and I took it up to meet the people who were getting it, who were picking it up for their mom who was buying the machine from me. And so I get up there, and in the process of getting everything pulled out of the car and rearranged and all of that, I lost my sunglasses. They weren't in the truck stop. They weren't in the restroom. They weren't anywhere on the ground. I looked everywhere and I cleaned that car out looking for those sunglasses. Did I find them? No. No, I did not. Then probably about 3 or 4 weeks later, after I had ordered a replacement pair, expensive replacement pair, same exact things. I was like, okay, can you guys get me the same exact thing you just got me a month and a half ago? So they sent me they got me the replacement pair, and no joke, maybe a week or 2 later is when I found my first pair, the pair that I had lost on that trip. And so now I have 2 pairs of prescription sunglasses, and one lives in my car. The other lives in a glasses case in the house. So if I go ride with someone, all I have to do is pop that into my purse or my backpack. And so those glasses get to go with me, and I can do that kind of like I do the thing in the car where I basically put my glasses in my sunglass case and pull the sunglasses out. And then my eyes are not hurting the entire trip. Does the tint distort color? A little bit, but not by much, not by like what you would think. So like looking at this table, it's perfectly white to me. Like it doesn't look like pinkish at all to me. I mean, it doesn't look bright white, if that makes sense. It looks a little kind of like foggy, I guess is the best way to put it, but it doesn't look pink. The only thing that looks pink, there is a brand of car. It's a Cadillac. There's a Cadillac car out there that when they did the tint for that color, it's white, but it's a sparkly white. However, when I look at that car, it looks like it's bubblegum pink. It is the funniest looking car to me because, I mean, I know it's not actually bubblegum pink, but that's what it looks like to me because the color is distorted on that car. I have the same problem sometimes with LED billboards, and those are so funny because especially the dentist's office that do that white background and then this bright, this beautiful person with this bright pearly white grin, and everything looks pink. Everything but the person looks just pink. So I literally, you'll see, if you ever see me come across one, I will literally do that looking at the billboard because it catches me off guard. I know that car, I had sunglasses with a pink tint, and it did look very pink. It does, doesn't it? It is crazy. I don't know what the color name is, but it's kind of like that. Do you remember that dress that everybody was posting for the longest? Do you see a gold dress or do you see, what was it, blue? Like there was like some kind of something like that, whereas what color is the dress was posted everywhere. And God, oh my gosh, that one just absolutely blew my mind. Oh wow, I've got 2 of these left after this. That's not bad. I'm actually using up my fabric. I'm using up all these half square triangles I made. Oh. Oh, that's the last of these. That's the last of the 6 and 8s. So I don't need that sticker anymore. I'm going to end up with all of these like that by the end of this. Hey girls, hit the thumbs up button. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, please don't forget to do that. That really does help me out a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. All right, we don't need 3 for this one. Do we need 4? Yes, we do. We need fabric 4. All right, so fabric 4 is going up here. So we are going to grab the triangles first. That keeps me in order. Just doing this the same direction every time keeps me remembering what I have left to do. Does anybody else do projects like where you have to, where this is how you remember what you did? It's just you do it in a specific order every time. Hey, Laura, welcome in. She just finished dinner and cleaning up. Perfect. Good timing. Zaza said it's a pearlescent white. I pointed it out to my husband and said, OMG, look at that pink car. He just looked at me and said, it's white. Are you having a stroke? I have on many occasions handed my regular glasses off to my husband so that he can look at something because I'm like, this doesn't look right. He's like, what do you mean this doesn't look right? I'm like, here, why don't you look at it and you tell me what you see? And once he sees it through my glasses, he's like, oh, that doesn't look right. Yeah, think? Okay, if I ended up with no half square triangles, I wonder how I ended up with all of these left. I guess we'll find out. That's going to be weird if I ran out of the wrong number. All right, so fabric 5 is in this block as well. All right, so we're going to do that center one first. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm sorting fabric still, Laura. We're working on echoes again tonight, but I haven't pre-sorted anything, and that's entirely my fault. So we are sorting fabric so that I can sew it, and we'll see how far I get. We are sewing until I feel like I'm done. So this is however long it's going to be. I hope that's good. I hope everybody's good with that. Are you guys good with that? With however long it's going to be? Because you can always watch replay. I know. That's me being selfish. It's my birthday week. It's my birthday week. I'm going to claim it. All right. Fabric 2 is not in this block, so we don't need it for this right now. And fabric 1 is not in it either. Oh, about to drop off some fabric 1 unintentionally. All right, this is fabric 8, which I believe is in this block. Let's see. Yes, fabric 8 is in this block. Jojo says she is good with it. Yay! Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because, you know, why not? Why not sew until the husband comes home? I don't know when he's coming home. I don't know how long he's going to be gone. He's not going to be gone overnight. He's just gone. I mean, he's across town. He's not gone. He's just across town. Hey, Pat! Glad you're here. Glad you made it. All right, let's see. Do I have 4? There we go. Yes, I have 4 in my hand now. All right. Oh, we had 8 on this. Oh, wait. I'm putting 8 in the wrong spot. I'm glad I looked at that. 8 was about to go in the wrong spot. Let's see. It's your birthday month, so right every day. By the way, it's my birthday month too. It is. It is. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for you. I'm excited for me first, but I'm excited for you too. My birthday comes first. That's why. Right? Right? And any of those quilts I had up for the auction back in July are still available if they did not sell. So if you saw a quilt and you wanted it, you can absolutely come buy it. I do not mind. Libra season -2. Oh, perfect, Jaja. When is yours? When is your birthday? Well, obviously this month, right? But my wrist is gonna drive me crazy tonight, guys. Gonna drive me crazy. I'd be sitting there watching TV, messing with it too. So this is better than sitting there watching TV doing it. Laura says her husband's away for work. She's gotten used to him being around, and I miss him. I bet you do. I bet you do. Unless you're Scorpio, Laura, then ignore Libra season. Oh, okay. Oh, the 13th. Oh, you have the perfect birthday. You know that, right? Because not only do you get to scare people on Friday the 13th for October, of all things, you get to, you get to embrace all of the weirdness of October because it's the 13th. Just saying. Jaja, I'm actually a Scorpio. Oh my gosh. All right, so she lost out on the Libra game. Oh well. We tried. We tried for her. We really tried. We love her anyway. We love Scorpios anyway. Just gonna say. All right, I think I've got all of those. Do I have all those? Right, okay, so we've got that. Okay, we've got this going. We've got this is all accurate. And okay, yes, that is all accurate. Okay, so we're done with B6. October 29th and November 7th. Oh, they're so close together. Oh, Jaja's sister is a Scorpio too. Ellen is also a Scorpio. Ah. And Laura's sisters are Libras. Oh, okay. So for our Libra chicks in here, for our Libra gals, are we calling ourselves chicks or are we calling ourselves gals? For our Libra ladies, are you very black and white where everything has to be wrong or right and there's not really a gray area? And do you really get annoyed with people who think that there's a gray area in anything? I'm raising my hand. I'm raising my hand. All right, B5, I need to make 4. All right, so we need 3, 6, 7, and 5. Okay, so I don't need 4. 3, 6 I do need. And I've got to make 4 of these, so we're going to make 1, 2, 3, and 4. My sisters and I are all October babies. Your mom and dad had it planned, Laura. That was a plan. We are all so fun, right? I love October. I do love October. It has a special place in my heart for a good reason. All right, 3 and 6. So we are going there with our 3 and 6. Okay. I don't need 1 and 4. There's a lot of 1 and 4. I don't know what's going on with that. All right, 4 and 6. I don't need for this. 3 and 5. I do. Hey, Pat. She says she wears trifocals, but was having a problem with reading or hand sewing and saw the doctor. Oh, okay. Jaja agrees with me. It has to be black and white. She's had to tell herself to let it go. Letting it go is so overrated sometimes. Just saying. Just saying. All right, so 3 and 5. And that's the 3, so it goes that side. All right. Okay, 2 and 4 is not on here for this one. 2 and 7 is not. 5 and 7 is. I am very much there is a right way and there is a wrong way, and you don't cross those. Like, I am just, that is so hard for me to get over, is that there's people that don't feel like there has to be a right or a wrong. Oh gosh, it's such a challenge. All right, there's 4 of these, and that's the last 4. No, I think that Iowa winters were really cold. They stayed home and had fun. The result, October babies, yeah. They kind of had a plan. Not a very well thought out plan, but they had a plan. Scorpios are great. Mine, my granddaughter, and my youngest daughter, and hubby's sister all Scorpios. That makes 4 in 1 month. Ouch! That's a lot of birthday money. That gets expensive. That's like Christmas, all in a different month. Just saying, all in a different month. Okay, so I got all the half square triangles for this group, and so now we're gonna see what we've got to pull. All right, I don't need 7. Yes, I do. I do need 7. 7 is the one down here, so I do need 7. I have 6 over here. I should have done 6 first, but that's okay. All right, so we'll do 7 first. Oh, I'm really black and white. I am too. You're more of a Libra than a Scorpio. When is the cusp of Libra to Scorpio? When is that cut off? I don't remember. I'm so firmly in Libra territory that I've never had a question about whether I might be that or not. I am so much a Libra. It is not up for debate for me. I am definitely a Libra. All right, that's all of fabric 7 for having enough to do this. All right, this is fabric 6, and it looks like I'll still have some more left over. 1, 2, 3, and if I can get a hold of it, we'll have a 4 in here. 24th. Okay, yeah, that's still. So Laura just came late. That's all it is. She just came late. Her body and her mind think she was a Libra. She was a Libra from the get-go. Just saying. Hey, Joy Team, welcome in. Welcome in. We're having some good-hearted chatter tonight. It's between the 19th and the 25th. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Laura just didn't come early enough. She's just, that's all it is. She was hanging on to that Libra mentality a little too long. Oh, baby, I'm very different than my sisters, though. Yeah. Yeah. You're probably a cusp baby then, between the two. We're talking about Libras and Scorpios because I'm a Libra, and my birthday is in a few days. So yeah, we're talking about it. I'm 25th of October, but I have a lot of Libra traits. Exactly. See, Libras know. Libras are very, we have to have things a certain way. I was 2 weeks late yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Oh, you couldn't be born Libra with your sisters, but you still, yeah. You were trying. Okay, I don't need fabric 8 for this. Don't need fabric 1. So I'm going to pick it up and move it. If I can. There we go. All right, fabric 2 is not in this block either. Oh, Joy T saying hi to everyone. How are you doing this evening, Joy T? What are you working on? You're in Eastern time zone, aren't you? It is. It's late over there. It's getting late. We'll put it that way. It's getting late. It's not late yet, but it's getting there. All right. So this is fabric 5. Oh, it just looks really close to 6. Okay. We're still good. I'm making sure I'm on the right block too. My granddaughter's the 19th of October, Libra, but she has a lot of Scorpio traits. I understand her well. I bet you do. I'm so firmly Libra. It's has never been a debatable topic. Oh, even as a kid, I really struggled with the gray area. Pat said that her eye doctor suggested reading glasses. Her eyes hadn't changed. She's having to lift the glasses up, by the way. Oh, she was born November 1st. Oh, perfect. You are a Scorpio then. You're right in this group with us. Hey, Katie, welcome in. Oh, Pat. Oh, November 10th. Still close enough. Still close enough. You're just over a month away. How are you doing tonight, Katie? We are working on sorting fabric for these blocks that I'm doing for echoes, and I just haven't fixed it all yet. I was told that my husband and I would never make it because we're both Scorpios. We're going on 36 years now. See, it's because he dotes on you. That's kind of a necessity. I'm working on getting some Halloween Oreo cookies to eat while I watch you. Eat some for me. I would love to have some, but I shouldn't be eating them. So eat some for me. Tell me how they are, please. I decided I wanted to sew, but I didn't pre-sort anything like I should have. So we're having to sort fabric so that I can get all these blocks done and not keep delaying on getting them done. The problem with these blocks has been I've sewn one group at a time, and while that's ideal, it's not very fast. And this project has been going on for over a year. So this project needs some movement. It needs to be moving. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love this project, but it needs to move. Like it is past its expiration of it should have been done months ago. It's way past that. Oh, thank you, Katie. She's reminding everybody, hit that thumbs up, like button. I appreciate it. And I do think I do have it set to all, so you don't necessarily have to be a subscriber to be chatting tonight. But if you are not subscribed, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It is free. I will admit it, my hubby spoils me. I am spoil him too. See, that's why it works. That's why 36 years works. That's how it works. All right, so B4 is the next block. I need to make 4, but I've already made 1. So we're going to put 3 into the stacks. All right, so so here's what I've got. Okay, this is my color chart. This is from the pattern. Okay, this doesn't tell you any measurements, so I can show it to you. Okay, so like this says B4, it says make 1. That is for the wall hanging size. And then I have a separate page in here that has the what do you do for queen size quilt. So I'm having to convert it as I work. Katie says she has hers set to all to Tammy. That way no one is left out of the conversation. Thank you. Normally I have it set to subscribers on especially Tuesday night, but I normally have it set to subscribers only, just to make it easier so that, you know, if you really want to chat, then you have to show that you want to really chat. And it's not a high price to pay. So I do it for that, but right now it's okay. And we'll see how, if I get any trolls. There has to be give and take on both sides. There does. Not true. Water signs all get along well. Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. My husband is a Pisces, been married 47 years. Oh, okay. Well, you can't two Libras together. I don't know if that could work. I honestly don't. Now, I will say, I did not get along well with a Leo, and I have not gotten along well with a Pisces. So those two I've not gotten along well with. My mom is an Aquarius, and she and I butt heads all the time. So I don't know. I mean, we're not in a romantic relationship because, you know, she's my mom. But I feel like there's something like that going on. Libra is hard to match with. Yes. Cookies are good, just regular Oreos with orange color cream. Very healthy. I know, right? Jaja says, dated Libra before, didn't work. See, I dated someone who was born on the 28th. So, but I thought that they were a Libra, but maybe they were a Scorpio, and we got along well for a few years. But I very much needed a lot of black and white, and they could not get along with me needing black and white. So, I guess not. I guess not. All right, 2 and 7 doesn't need. I do need 2 and 4 for this one. And so, let's see, 3 and 5 I will not need for this one, so I can put that aside. So I only need to make 3 of these. So I have to remember to only count 3. There are 2 Aries and 2 Sign of the Tigers living in our house. Yeah, I do not get along well with Leos. My son is a Leo, and I do not get along well with my son. My besties are Gemini, Aquarius, and the other air signs. August 28th, where does that put us? Where does that put us? Probably not where we need to be, but we get along still because we do. All right, that's all of these, so this tag can go away. That's all the 4 and 6s. Okay, Katie, 2 Aries. I'm an Aries. Oh. Oh, Zaza and her husband are both fire signs. I could see that working, but Libras struggle. Believe me, Libras struggle. My husband was a Cancer, says Pat. Cancer sign. Yeah, me and Nico are Aries and also have the sign of the tiger as our birth sign. Oh, okay. That makes a little bit more sense. Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I can make of it. Okay, 3 and 6. I should have 3. I only have 2. So I guess we will see what happens when I get closer to getting these done. So 3 and 6, we may have a problem because I may have gotten rid of one somehow. I don't know. Hey, Ron, welcome in. Glad my mom left tonight. Something else to watch. See, I did it just for you. Let's see. You're supposed to get along with Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. Yeah, no, I don't get along with Leos. I do not get along with Leos at all. At all. Now, in person, like interpersonal, whatever, that's fine. I get along with everybody. However, I do not get along romantically with Leos. It does not happen. Unless Mr. Siberian is a Leo. August 28th, guys. What is that? Hey, Mona! Welcome in. Welcome. I'm excited about the project you and Lisa and all of them are doing. I meant to go watch Sherry earlier, and I've got to go back and go catch the replay. I did not make it through the whole... I couldn't make it through the whole thing because I had to go take care of other stuff. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. You guys are awesome. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys, while I'm thinking about it. Because you know I don't think about it all that often. All right, so I've got 2 and 3, 2 and 4. That looks right. That's a 4 and 6. Okay, and that's a 6 and 3. Okay, so we've got all those. All right, so we need a 3. Do you guys like my sorting fabric method? It looks so very black and white and official, doesn't it? All right, so this is fabric 3. Why is fabric 3? Oh, duh. Okay, sorry. I'm thinking ahead. I can't watch that other channel with that one person anymore. Oh boy. That sounds so loaded. Tell me more. No, I'm just kidding. I won't make you spill the beans. You are always welcome to come chat. You are always welcome to leave comments and send me an email. Absolutely send me an email. Pat says we were born the same year. We were married 64 years. We passed away about almost 3 years ago. I'm sorry for your loss, Pat, but I'm so glad that you guys had 64 years. That's incredibly impressive. You know, he just wasn't up to making it for 65, right? Oh, absolutely, Zaza. She's headed off to bed. Good night to you, sweet lady. Eldest daughter and middle son are both Aquarius. Oh, I can't do Aquarius either. That's my mom. Hey, Lynn's Crafting Lounge. Welcome into the chat. First time I've seen you here, so thank you, thank you. And guys, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you are new to the channel, don't hesitate to hit subscribe if you like what you're seeing tonight. We are chit-chatting while I am putting the things together in order to put more of Echoes together. This is a Jenny Beyer quilt pattern, and I have had this on my wish list for years, like 10 plus years, guys, literally years, and could not find the right fabric for it for the longest. When I finally found the right fabric for it, then it was a matter of trying to find time to work on it. And I have been working on it for about a year. Oh, Odyssey, your new cutting machine. It's a Singer Momentum 24 by 24. Ah, sweet. I want to see it. Yeah, you ought to show it. You definitely ought to show it. That would be fantastic, Ron. 24 by 34. Oh, that's even better. That's even better. I like that. You definitely need to come show that sometime. Do you have a video of it yet? Do you have a video up of it? And guys, if you've got a channel, you can drop your channel link. Do exclamation selfie in the channel or in the chat. I do not mind. I do not mind. We are here talking and chatting and hanging out and having a good time tonight. And we're going to see if Tammy can count. That is what we're trying to do tonight, is to see if Tammy can actually count and keep her head at the same process. Isn't that what we're doing? Or did I miss something? Is that what we're doing? We're seeing if Tammy can count tonight. Oh, because B4, I've already got one of them done. And B1, I've got all of them done, but I don't have any of the rest from B1 through 8, so I don't have B2 through 8 done. All right, so that's fabric 3 is done. Fabric 2 is done. That's fabric 4, which is in this block as well. All right. I'm so excited for you, Ron. I cannot wait to see that cutting thing. Hey, Melissa, welcome in. Everybody's joining the chat tonight, guys. I love this. I love this. We are just sorting the fabric for the first bit. I still have not even gotten to actually sew yet. I am so sorry. I'm not sewing yet, but we will get there. We will get there. I'm going to hang out until I am toast. And then I will go take meds and crawl into bed. That is going to be the story of my life tonight. Happy cutting, Ron says, does it right? You're helping with my sanity. My dad has been a handful today. My husband is usually the buffer. I am happy to be the buffer. Absolutely, Laura. Absolutely. My brother-in-law that was here back in August to come see his brother, to see my husband. He actually, I believe, is probably still in the hospital at the moment. He just had surgery, unexpectedly needing surgery. But he came out of surgery just fine, and we're working on the recovery. And so, yeah, I will know more when I eventually know more. When somebody tells me something, they don't always tell me things. I find out half the time I found out after the fact. That is how all of our families around here work. Not Casper. That is not Casper. That is Southeast. That is not, a knock on anybody, but that's just how my family seems to work and how apparently my husband's family seems to work. All right, so we got 3 of these. That's perfect. And we should have 3 of those, which we do, and we should have 6 of these, which we do. Okay, so we got perfect on these. When do you want me to send him to you so you can be a buffer in person? Bring him with you. Just bring him to retreat with you. We'll handle it then. I don't mind. Just bring him to retreat with you. See, I'm enabling you to come to retreat. You don't have to leave anybody to watch him. Just bring him with you. That is absolutely fine. We'll find something for all the husbands to do. All the okay, correction, because Ron's in the chat. We'll find something for all the non-sewing attendees of the retreat to do. If they are not sewing, we will find something for them to do. All right, B3. I feel like I'm calling bingo. All right, I need to make 6 of these. We're going to see if I have enough to make 6. All right, 1 and 4. And let's see. I'm looking for the bigger stacks because they should be the ones that I have left. There we go, bigger stack. If I come to retreat, it will be without him. I would love to have you here at retreat. I'd love to have all of you here at retreat. That would be a lot of fun. It is looking like we're going to be at the hotel and shuttling to the retreat center. And the hotel only has shuttle from certain hours. So I'm trying to see what I'm going to do about that. And then we're just finalizing costs and what catering options we'll have. So yeah, we're getting there. Or playing Battleship, right? Oh, that would be so much fun. Hey, Sheila, she says she's still here. She's been multitasking. Me too, girl. Me too. I'm reading the chat and doing this. I'm just kidding. You're reading the chat and watching me and still hanging out, so you're good. You are multitasking. I just got to give people a hard time, right? Just got to give them a hard time. All right, I need 6 of these, not 4. So I miscounted, so no, Tammy cannot count. His built-in quilt design software, I might try. Oh, that is so exciting. I cannot wait to see that. Oh, what are you doing tomorrow morning? What are you doing tomorrow morning? I might have to put in a Zoom call with you. All right, so 1 and 4. So I need 1 and 3. So let's find 1 and 3. All right, 1 and 4 is done. Let's see, where's 1 and 3? There's 1 and 3. Found it. Found it. All right, I need 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. There we go. That was 1 and 3. Now your son is called. Oh my gosh, Ron's gonna be a great quilter, right, Tasha? I like the plan there. I like that plan. You see, Tasha's already plotting and planning. I had nothing to do with it. Just saying. I did not set any of this up. I am fully in support of every last bit of it, but I did not set it up. All right, 4 and 5 I need in this. I do not need 2 and 8, so it's going to go ahead and go in there. All right, I need 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I only have 1 left, so that might mean that I miscounted somewhere. We'll see what now you're actually going to bed, says Zaza. Sleep well, sweet lady. Oh my goodness. We can keep you up all night if you really want. If you want, but that's up to you. All right, 3, 5. Ron quilting is a sky falling, right, Sheila? I agree. I think it is. That means somebody in here is Chicken Little. That means Tasha, you are officially Chicken Little. I am not dressing as Chicken Little. It is my birthday month. I get to dress however I want for Halloween without doing Chicken Little. It's not happening. I thought I was going to have a 24 by 24 mat, but I didn't, so I gotta wait for Amazon to deliver one. I hate when things come in without everything that they need. I got batting seam tape today as part of my birthday, and I got 2 books, and one is sewing, one is quilting related, and one is cross stitch. And I was not supposed to show Mr. Siberian Wind the cross stitch book, so he has not seen it yet because it is stuff I'm supposed to make for him. So I was told specifically I couldn't open my birthday present in front of him because he wasn't supposed to see it. So my wonderful subscriber who sent me my beautiful, beautiful legit kits, I've not shown that to Mr. Siberian Wind yet. So you guys will get to see my birthday is on Tuesday, on the 7th. He will get to see the legit kits for the first time on Sunday with the rest of you. So only the person who sent it to me knows what legit kits I got. So thank you to my subscriber who sent that to me. I am so in awe. You absolutely listened to me. Oh, yours is the 31st. Oh gosh, Ron, you are the Halloween baby. Oh, and Tasha's son's is the 8th, and Laura's is the 29th. Come on, guys, put your birthdays back in here. We'll do a birthday ranking today. Oh, I could never find anybody who had my birthday. I think I miscounted that. I could never find anybody who had my birthday growing up. I am the only one on the 7th. So I move up here. I found somebody who does have their birthday on the 7th. And lo and behold, there is somebody who is helping at the quilt show or the state fair with checking in quilts. And their birthday is also the 7th. So she got hit with two other people with the 7th birthday as hers while she's checking in quilts. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. Okay, I think I only put 4 of these. Ooh, did I only put 3? Eek, I only put 3. All right. The 25th. Okay. So we've got the 8th, the 27th, 8th, 25th, 30th, 31st. We've got the 29th in here. I have a lot of Scorpio followers. I do. Ellen's keeping track of it for us. Oh, I am definitely that Libra, though. There is black and white to everything in this world. I had 2 people with a birthday. We were 30 years apart. Pretty cool. Oh, that is awesome. Jaja's is on the 13th. Okay, so we've got the 7th, 8th, 13th, 25th, and then 29th, and then 31st. Oh, Jones is the 15th. Or Jones' husband's is the 15th. Golly, we're filling up the calendar. Gosh. I really should have written all of this down. I may have to see if Nightbot will let me go back through the chat later. All right, so 5 is in here. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we will double check these as we go. I promise. We will double check them because I feel like I have miscounted at some point. So we'll see what happens. How is my arm doing? It is itching like nobody's business today. And it didn't start itching until I started my live. So just like your pets and your phone calls and everything else starts acting up the moment somebody goes live, yeah, my wrist is doing it for me tonight. So it is itchy. Hey, March 26th. Ron says, October people are the best, aren't we? I like that. I think that's a statement I can get behind. I can get behind that. We make the world go round. Okay, correction. Libras make the world just and fair. And the rest of us make the world go round. I make the world just and fair. You know, I almost, could you guys imagine? Okay, Libra here. Can you imagine how many Libras are in the legal field? I almost want to be a lawyer. Hello. Oh, I could totally see me being a lawyer. I am a stickler for all of the rules and being able to proofread and catch it all. Yes, well, not for this one, but I do for anywhere I have company joining me. Yeah, I sure do. I sure do. So any questions you guys about Zoom, I should be able to answer most of them. Not all of them, but most of them. In our house, we have birthdays 9th, 11th, 15th, 17th, 29th, then the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 22nd. I don't like cake. I don't like cake either. And I haven't told Mr. Siberian Wind what he's making me for my birthday yet. We might get funnel cake again this year. That might be my birthday cake. is I might have him make me a funnel cake. It is a lot of work to set up to make a funnel cake, but I'd like for somebody to do it other than me. Speaking of baking, I have 2 pumpkin halves sitting on my stove that I roasted earlier. And I am going to have to cut everything up and puree it. So yeah. All right, did I already do this? No, I did not. Okay. So we're going the right direction. Making sure we're going the right direction. I have lost track. I always ask for pie, right? What are you using tonight to live stream? I like the multicams. I am using Streamlabs. It is free. Now, when I go from one scene to another, the little like screen that pops up and like transitions, that is not free. But I got mine for free when I bought my microphone. And why am I tapping my microphone? You guys can't even see it. So I use Streamlabs whether I'm using Zoom or not. I've had too many pumpkin birthday cakes. Oh, isn't that that just rubs wrong. That just rubs wrong. That's just like sharing a birthday with Christmas. That's just not fair. But yeah, so I use Streamlabs even if I'm using Zoom, because what I do is I use screen captures, and I just use a screen capture to capture my Zoom window. So I never have to figure out new software. I don't have to figure out, different options because, oh, well, so-and-so doesn't like this platform, or this doesn't work well for so-and-so. Restream and what was the one everybody was using? StreamYard. Use a lot of internet bandwidth, and sometimes that has been known to shut people down because they've used too much bandwidth, and they don't have any left for streaming. So, I don't want to swap to StreamYard StreamYard's crazy expensive now, but I'm not going to swap to Restream. Now for Zoom, there is a time limit on how long you can go on Zoom. I think it's 30 minutes on the free version of Zoom. So if you're wanting to do like multiple cameras, the problem with Zoom with multiple cameras is you have to zoom every last one in. Yes, parties at Laura's house, right? Yes, the party is definitely at her house. I mean, five birthdays in October, and then 5 in November. That's like a mini Christmas. It's not even really a mini Christmas. That's like Christmas all over again. All right, so B2 is the last block I gotta do. So we are going to see if I have enough of everything to do B2, and we will go through it as we can. Okay. All right, so B2, I don't need 3 and 5 for that. I don't need 4 and 5. I do need 1 and 4. And we are making, how many are we making? We're making 6. So I need to remember to count this time. I thought the Restream was cool to have live stream on everybody's channels, so not just one person gets all the watch hours. I do agree. I do. So what I have done, because the people that I've coordinated with don't have all of the other tech set up that I do, like with my Zooms, I let people let the other content creators download the Zoom, and they post it on their channel to do the replay. So mine, that's how I've gotten around that. It is just, it's not ideal. I just don't want to pay for a Restream. I don't want to pay for any other services if I don't have to. Oh, December is just as bad. She's got 4. Laura, y'all got too many people in your family. Just saying. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and I have a couple left over. All right. So we'll see if I need those couple left over here in a little bit. All right, there's 2 and 4. All right, 1 and 7 is not in here. So I got a lot of that left over. 5 and 7. There are more blocks that I have to make after this. So this is not the end of everything. This is just the end of these. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, I don't want to pay extra for Restream either. See, so the thing is, I pay for Zoom once a year, and it's not cheap. Don't get me wrong, Zoom is not cheap, but Zoom is, I still think, is cheaper than Restream would be. And I just, again, it's one less thing because we already have that because Mr. Siberian Wind needs it for stuff that he does. So we needed Zoom anyway. And so until somebody starts paying us back for Zoom, then we're paying for it out of our own pocket, and I might as well use it. Let's see, I don't do dual lives with creators. It's too stressful and one-sided. If someone is liked more than the other, most will migrate to that side, and the other side won't have watch hours or be able to see what's being said. Now, that is a good point as well. When you do have, like, let's say you're doing Restream, and person A is hosting it, and person B is rebroadcasting it. If you don't have all of the chats up, you can't see it yourself and carry that conversation on. And if you don't like reading the chat, that's a lot more painful. With this, Zoom is a whole lot cheaper than all the other streaming services. Well, I won't say that, but I can have, like, I can fill up the screen. Like, we could have windows of like tons of people. And I can customize it however I need to. And because I'm screenshotting basically out to my platform, I don't have to reconfigure YouTube every time I use Zoom. The thing with Zoom is every different device would have to zoom in to the platform, and I don't want to use my phone for streaming. I have too much information on my phone. I have too much invested in my phone to really want to use it as a streaming platform or use it as a streaming camera. So I actually have 3 different cameras. I have the one that you guys are seeing me on. I have the one that you guys are seeing my hand in right now that's coming down. That one's on a tripod in front of me. And then the one that you guys are seeing here is actually up on my shelves behind me. So I reran all of my cables to make it work for me. But again, it would be completely impossible for me to do it without, or if I had to zoom in and use that as my hosting platform. Yeah, content creation lingo, guys. Have you ever wanted to be completely stunned when you get started with a project? Content creation is for you. Zoom is, let's see, I tried with the creator last year and it was a disaster. Yeah, it's not easy. Yeah, all of my cameras are webcams. They sure are. 2 of them are Ryzen, Kaio Ryzen. I don't like them as much. The one that I like the most is the one that you guys are seeing my hand on right now. That is, it's an Angetube, Angetube, but it is by far my most expensive camera. It definitely was a little bit more pricey. It's not bad pricey, but it was more pricey than my Razer Kaios. And it does beautifully. It does so much better than the Razers. I don't have to reset settings. I don't have to fuss with it. When I set the settings, they stay. I don't have to fight with it every time. My Razers I have to kind of fight with a little bit. But it's the cost of saving a little bit of money at the time and paying for it later. So, all right, let's see. 1, 2, okay. I need to do 6. I gotta remember to do 6, 2, 4, and 6. There's one side. Can you type on the channel the name of the better camera? Yeah. Let's see. Let's make sure I'm in the chat. I changed out a couple of things as well. That's the brand name, Katie. So I changed out the cameras. I also changed out my keyboard, so this does not have 9 key. It is just a smaller keyboard, so I can move it around. It's Bluetooth. Then I also changed out my mouse, so I'm not constantly, like when I move things, I'm not constantly moving my mouse. So my mouse stays put, and I have a trackball for my mouse to move around, and then all of that. But my mouse stays put. I don't have to move it to be able to move my mouse around the screen. Did you start out doing your lives on your phone and then adapt over time? No, actually I did not. I did start with, what did I have? I think I might have got one of the Razer Kaios. I think I might have gotten that. I, at one point, had my older Android tablet set up on a tripod and was using that to do like my cutting table. It would occasionally just go out on me in the middle of a stream though, and it would flicker. So I didn't like it that much. But that was connected through DroidCam. So you can do it that way. So if you have like software and you have like a whole bunch of cameras, like camera phones and tablets and such, you can at least use DroidCam to connect one. So you can get around the limits that way. What else did I have? I still think I have it somewhere. I don't know where though. I have a really, really old from early 2000s webcam, and I had that at one point set up as a different camera as well. So the challenge with having multiple webcams is the USB connections for your computer. You have to make sure that your computer will handle all the memory flowing for all of your different cameras. Because if your computer won't handle it, oh, thank you, Debbie. I appreciate that. And you have a raffle ticket for the Super Chat giveaway. That's not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday. I'm excited. I'm excited for you too. So I don't need this one at all for this. I still have plenty of fabric left over. Sorry, I'm looking through as I go. The one challenge is having that USB bus and the memory outlet set so that you can do that. Greenland, dude, I just looked on Amazon. Their track cam by Angitube looks cool, but $187. Yeah, this one's not track cam. I did not want one that tracked. I wanted one that was going to stay put. So I did not bother with any of the fancy follow me while I move around the room kind of cameras. I didn't want that technology because it's not perfect and it was not going to be. So I didn't go with that kind of technology. This one, I'm trying to think of what model it is. I may have to look in the specs. If you send me an email, I don't mind. I'll look in the specs and tell you what I got. I don't mind at all. But the Angitube, I really do like it better than the Razer Kaios. Both of the Razers sometimes try to cancel each other out. Yes, send me an email. I will have to look because I don't know for sure. I'll have to look at the computer specs and see. Yeah, there are several. I'll look. I mean, I might have to go into my Amazon purchase history and see because I honestly don't remember for sure, but I don't mind doing that. So just send me an email. That way I have time one. Moderate priced and then the more pricier ones. I don't think I spent $200 on it. But again, I bought this over a year ago. So I'm not sure if that's going to play into it at all or not. All right, so look at what we've got, guys. It looks like a mess, doesn't it? It looks like a mess. Something is not right. No, it is not right. At least I know what I'm looking for. I don't know why. Why did I put that there? Why did I put 8 there? 8 is supposed to be up there. That's what I just did, didn't I? Okay. I missed one completely, and I don't know how I missed it. So we're going to double check after. We're going to double check when we go. All right, so there's 6 of these. Yeah, every camera brand's going to have multiple versions. So yeah, I don't mind looking to see which one I got. I just need an email to remind me to do it. That's all it is. I just need an email. All right, 3 and 6. All right, 3 and 6. Okay, so I have the right number on those. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to follow the block guide, and we're going to start with stack 1. We are going to start, we'll start with this right here. We'll start with the bottom center of each one, and I'm going to sew all of them for all of the blocks, and we're just going to compare as we go for what we should have and what fabrics it should be and how many. So I'm going to double check as we sew. Okay? Does that make sense? And I may have to pull my fabrics because I do not have them memorized. I do not have them memorized. Is your fabric behind you on those comic book boards? Yes. So I've got comic book boards and I've got magazine boards. So these are great questions, guys. These are great questions. Okay. Let's see. Let's do this. Okay, there we go. And there we go. I ended up getting more than one, but that's okay. Okay, so I have comic book boards. They are the smaller ones. So what I put on them, which is up on this shelf, is usually just fat quarters. I do have some half yards up there. I want to get those off and transition that to just fat quarters because I run out of these. I bought, I think 200 or 400 or something. Thank you, Melissa. Mr. Siberian Wind will be so happy to hear that. He decorates. I don't decorate. He decorates. This is the magazine boards. Magazine boards, I put yardage on. Okay, so we've got the comic book boards versus magazine boards. So you can kind of see the size difference. So my fat quarters, I fold 9-inch tall by the 21. So instead of 18 by 21, I fold them 9 by 21. So it's consistent. And that will fit on these just fine. You will not be able to wrap a fat quarter around this. Yardage, I fold in half and then in half again. So a 45 becomes like a 20 something. And it fits on this. So if you were to take yardage and try to put it on the comic book boards, it will not work. Laura says she has the comic book boards, but wish I got the magazine boards. Yeah, the magazine boards are kind of necessity. Ron says he should have got the magazine boards. Well, you can send me your comic book boards. I do not mind. You can birthday present them to me. I am kind of low on them. I maybe have like 10 left, I think, that are not used at the moment. And I have more fabric that needs to go. So my yardage, okay? I do not know how many yards this is. Don't come at me. This was a free to me amount of yardage. But, I mean, I have got folds of yardage from this. This is probably, my guess, close to 10 yards without knowing for sure. This was in 2 pieces. I've got another one that was a free to me the other day, same time frame, and it's like maybe 4 or 5 yards, something like that. Email them to me. Thanks. I love that. I have comic book boards and those little plastic shirt clips as fasteners. I don't use the plastic ones because I will break them. And I'll show you what I use in just a second. And then so like, I mean, even when I don't fold it neatly, my yardage still goes on here. This is like just over, like this is like maybe 1.5 yards, something like that. So my magazine boards can hold a lot. Okay. I use, and I bought these specifically. Put a couple in here so I can show you guys. There we go. I use these little straight pins. These are like dressmaker pins. And they just have I put my fabric and totes and boards. Yeah, see, I don't have anything in totes. Everything is out so I can see it. Otherwise, I won't use it. So the pins that I use, and this is why I like this Angie tube. She will refocus for me without me having to fight with her usually. But they have the little flat head to the top of them. And when you get a big box of these, I think I got 2,000, something like that. It's something crazy, or maybe 5,000. It's like a huge, huge container of them. I mean, guys, I still have all of these that were from the same container, okay? I use these because I am in a dry climate. If you are in a wet climate, go with the plastic. Go with something that will not rust. If you are in a dry climate, you're safe from the water if you're not in the basement. If I was sewing in the basement, this might be an issue. But if you are in a dry climate, just forget the plastic because it's going to dry out and rot and it will fall apart on you in no time. So dry climate, you can go with the metal. Don't drop them on the floor. No, it's sealed. It ain't going anywhere. I got this jar at Dollar Tree and I love these jars. They don't sell them anymore. Believe me, I've looked. But yeah, dry climate, use metal pins. I don't want to use the big ballpoint pins because I don't want them sticking out and me catching them and accidentally pulling them out. So that's why I use the ones with a small flat head on them. But I will not use the plastic pieces because plastic here in this dry climate will just dry out to the point where it falls apart. And it's just a waste. It's just a waste. So that's why I use the metal. But if you are prone to rust, like even my little Wonder Clips, some of these will just eventually just break. And it's not because I've used them a lot or because I've been abusive to them. It won't be any of that. It will just be because they dried out too much and they eventually just gave up. They gave up the ghost. You probably told too many people about those jars and they sold out. No, actually, they sold out before I told anybody about them. I'm so sad about it too. And we broke one. I bought these back in Alabama before we moved up here. So it's been a hot minute. It's before I started my channel. But gosh, I love those jars. They're glass jars, kind of like a mason jar, but the top has a lid. You saw me pour the pins into it. That lip, you can set the next jar on top of that and it stays. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those jars. I used to have 6 until we broke one. So we are out of the jars because I broke one. Plastic clothespins die fast here in Greenland due to the dry environment. I've noticed so wood ones seem to hold out the best. Yeah. When you're talking dry climate, then that it does make such a difference. It really, really does. All right, so this is B2, so I should have 4, which is the middle fabric, I believe. I've got, you know what? Let me get this out of the way again. I keep putting stuff in my way all the time. All right, I don't have to keep moving them around a whole lot. So I'm just going to stack them so that I can see what my fabrics are, and it's a quick reference. So some of it's going to be hanging off. If that bothers you, look away. I'm not going to change it. I'm just going to do it anyway. But if it does bother you, you know, you've been warned. All right, so okay, so I can just flip through now. All right, fabric 4, that is what that is. Okay, this should be fabric 1, which it is, and this should be fabric 2, which is, it is. Okay, so we should have 6 of these, I believe. Like I said, we're gonna double check as we go. And yes, I should make 6. Step 1. How do you not have thousands and thousands of subscribers? I love watching and learning from you. See? It's because people like you forget to tell people like everyone else to come hang out. No, I don't know. I haven't done a lot of the YouTube channel promotion stuff. I haven't like tried to fight with it. I haven't done all that. I've just let it be what it will be. I figure people will eventually find me and then they don't want to leave. That's usually what it comes down to. Is people find me and then they just don't want to leave. And I am fine with that. I think that's why I also have subscribers sending me birthday presents. Because I am that person. I am that person. But thank you, Ron. I appreciate it. I would love to hit that 1,000 mark. I know I'm not going to hit it by my birthday because, I mean, that's 4 days away. Oh, thank you, Sheila. I do. Okay. One of the things that Mr. Siberian Wind said about my voice is that, because we met online. That is how we met. And he said that once I got on the phone with him, he was done. Like, that was apparently what did him in, that he couldn't leave me alone after, you know, he heard my voice. So apparently my voice does carry a lot of power, guys. I'll go empty somebody else. I have to come over here. Oh, you have to do a lot of networking. I know. I know. And I do not have a lot of energy for it. So I think the subscriber listing is because of my energy level. Because I mean, I'm part of some of the other, like the networking channels and such, but I have not had the energy to be over there and doing, hey, thank you, Katie. She's got another raffle ticket, guys, for the Super Chat giveaway. Thank you. And happy early birthday to me. Thank you. I appreciate that. It will go a long, long way. Let me tell you. We are looking at some heavy shipping costs for the bias tape maker and all of that for the giveaway. So I am, yeah, that every little bit helps. Every little bit helps, guys. It really does. And you're getting a raffle ticket out of it. And so after the 14th, or well, even starting on the 14th, because I can't do any that are live then, because I'm not going to try to figure out how to add you guys to the raffle at that point. Any raffle tickets that come in after the 12th, I am giving away 3 items. So I'm giving away 4 items. The first one, you have to send me a picture of what you have made. That is part of Sew and Tell. You can either email me or you can join the Facebook group and put it in there. And I will, you publish it with Sew and Tell, and that's what counts. And then I give away a quilt. I do that every 6 months. The giveaway that I'm talking about with the raffle ticket, I'm giving away a couple of different items. I made a quilt block the other night called the Starflake. I made this, Sunday? No, I made this Tuesday. So if you go back and watch Tuesday's live, you'll see the block in here. It's a mini quilt. The backing is included, the binding is included. So all you would have to do is quilt it and do the binding. And you already have a ready-made gift. That's one. Two. This is the big one. This is one everybody wants. Is a bias tape maker. Oh, yay, Laura, you've got another raffle ticket. Thank you, thank you. The bias tape maker, it is used. I mean, it's not a brand new one. It was sold at a garage sale at one point. I had a wonderful lady that gifted it to me because she knew I was able to give it away to someone. And it is going to come with the winder tool. So once you have made your bias tape, you will then have the winder to wind it up on the spools. I have both of these, so I don't need them. I had pulled this out and showed it on a video, and everybody went crazy for it. It's like $150, I think, right now. I think that's what it's costing to get one of these brand new, or possibly even on eBay. But I'm giving it away. And the other block is in here. Let me see. There it is. Okay. The other block that I'm giving away is this block, the apartments block. It is already assembled. You are getting the pattern. You've been looking at the binding machine, right? I'm giving away the pattern, the fabric, the extra fabric, and the assembled block. So you're getting everything that you need to possibly make this into a full-size quilt, or you can just finish out the block on a backing and call it a day. So you're getting that. So this is the one everybody's wanting, is the bias tape maker and the winder. The apartments block is one of the items, and the Starflake block is the other. So those are the three that are going super chat giveaways. I already have stuff going for super chat for April. So I already, guys, I'm serious. I am already finding stuff for April for super chat. I will probably do a couple of freebie giveaways as well. But you guys' raffles, I could tell everyone I made it right. The binding machines are fantastic. Yeah, the block, you could tell everybody you'd made it. I won't tell. I will keep my mouth shut. I'm sweet like that. I deem that fair. If you win it for me, you put in the effort to win it. So the binding machine with the winder, the two different quilt blocks that I showed, those are super chat only. So you have to contribute a super chat in order to win. I will be giving away a few other items. I just got to figure out which ones are going this round. But I am giving away a few other items. Those will be freebie items. But all of these are super chat. You have to participate in a super chat in order to get a ticket. So every super chat that is put in. So Laura's done 2 tonight. So she's gotten 2 raffle tickets tonight. So all the raffle tickets have to come in. You have to do a raffle ticket. Get a raffle ticket by doing a super chat in order to be eligible to win, if that makes sense. So I don't make it inaccessible. I just make it so that the things that are going to cost me a lot to ship, I'm getting a little bit of help with the shipping costs. Sheila, don't tell, right? She won't. Will you? You'll be nice to him too, right? Hey, we might get him over to the dark side. If he gets a binding tool, and it does come with like 2 tips, I think. I think that's what's included with this one. Because again, it was sold as a used item at a garage sale. That's the original provenance of it, if you want to go that far. Sheila says she's the queen of secrets. See? She can be bought. I love it. Ooh, you know what? I need my iron. I almost forgot. I'm going to need my iron. All right, so we're going to put the iron there. And we're going to move this over to this other side, and I'll just keep picking it up when I need it. That's what we're going to do, because that makes sense to Tammy at the moment. So I don't make it hard to win. And the super chat, or this, the Sew and Tell quilt, I always try to make that around 60 inches square. Laura got my first ever one. She's got the largest one that will probably ever happen, unless I change my mind and start making them larger. I have been graciously gifted some long arm quilting on this month's, or this cycle's super chat, or Sew and Tell giveaway quilt. So this Sew and Tell giveaway quilt is going to be quilted by someone else. Very graciously offered to help me quilt it. So I was not supposed to say anything, so I'm not telling you who, but I do have help getting it quilted, which is really nice because I quite literally hit a breakdown the other day. I'll make you some binding if you don't tell, right? It is actually really fun to use. So I have, with my bias tape maker and the winding tool, I have a lot of different tips for mine. I have a lot of different sizes I can make. Oh, that's awesome. Laura has the quilt that I made, the super chat, or the Sew and Tell. I need to come up with new names, guys. Crazy. I can't say my own names for stuff. She has the Sew and Tell giveaway quilt on her lap right now. Yay! That is awesome. That is awesome. So I've given, that's one of two quilts that's been given away so far. The third one is being given away on the 14th as well. So it will all go at the same time. I have the cool prizes, Ron. I have the cool prizes. And I do foresee that for the next few weeks, while Mr. Siberian Wind is doing theater stuff, I may be live on Friday nights. So y'all are welcome to come hang out as much as you want. I don't mind. Pal, could you stop, please, sir? He's got to be obnoxious. It is in his DNA to be obnoxious tonight. He has been good so far. So far. So why keep it up, right? All right. I love batiks. I love batiks. They make it so easy to press everything, because I can just finger press and then a quick shot with the iron and it is good to go. And I will have to trim all of these, so I won't be assembling the full blocks tonight, because we can only put my wrist through so much. Cool on Friday Night Lives. Yay! As much as I can, I will. I don't know how long this is going to last. I don't know how long this play is going for. Like, I don't know when the show is. I know nothing. I just know he got asked to play a part. Oh, okay. So if y'all really want to give him grief, Sunday night is when he'll be here. He was told he has to be here. And I did go get the stuff I need to work on the rag quilts on Sunday night. So that is still a go. But he, I think he's playing a character named Ronald. So if you want to call him Ronald on Sunday night, be my guest. Let's see if he catches it. Laura, that's the best. No one appreciates quilts as much as fellow quilters. We know the love that goes into each quilt. Yes, we absolutely do. So I do have a few quilts still for sale. If you guys want to go check out my Christmas in July video, those quilts that are in that video, some of those are still for sale. The minky one is gone. The table topper is gone. The green and white one is gone. And I think that was it. Am I right? Are those all of them? Are those? I thought there was more than that. I thought there was like one more. I still have the Tree of Life one. I still have the pink. Still have the Girl Swirl one. I still have the Stitch quilts. I still have the Round Robin. And that's what I can see from here. So I have a curio in my dining room that has all of my quilts I'm keeping. Hey, Judy, good to see you. How are you doing, sweetie? How are you doing? I have a curio in my dining room that has all of my quilts in it. Well, the quilts that we're keeping that are family quilts or that are heirlooms or what have you, for whatever reason, they're not going anywhere. Those quilts are in the cabinet. All the quilts that are quilts of valor, so they're eligible to go to a veteran that was nominated to receive a quilt. Those and all of the ones I'm selling are sitting on top. Slowly, I feel you. I feel you. Melissa, I've been collecting quilts for 40 plus years. I started quilting about 25 years ago. Oh gosh. I started 20 years ago, thereabouts. Laura now actually officially owns one of my earlier quilts. She owns one of them. She owns it, which is fine with me. I'm glad it's getting loved. Those quilts needed some love. Okay, I'm making 6 of these. All right, so this should be fabric 5. Let's see, where's the tag for 5? Okay, that's 5. All right, that is 5. Okay, then I should have fabric 4 and 3. And that is 4, and that is 3. Okay, we are good. Jaja has 1 year under her belt. Hey, under their belt. There, her. You can correct me however you want to. Packing and trying to get a company to set up an estate sale. Oh, gosh, that is slow. Ugh. I'm so sorry. Estate sales are never easy. I just applied to Siberian Wind Quilting Group, but probably won't be approved since I don't quilt yet. Oh, Lord, have mercy, Ron. Hang on. Let's go fix this. Let's get the non-quilter pulled to the dark side. We're not going to make him wait. Not going to make him wait. There's my notification. I knew something came up. There you go. All right. You're in there. You're in there, Ron. Nice, Laura. You need to do trunk show for us. We would love to see some. Yes, please. Please. I could bring you on as a special guest if you like one night. Let's see her. Okay, good. Good deal, Jaja. I want to make sure I was doing it right. I just received my quilt of valor. It was the most wonderful feeling to have it draped over me. I have seen so many veterans cry at that. I've seen so many veterans cry. It is such a wonderful gift to be able to give that to a veteran. So thank you for your service, Janet. Thank you, thank you. I made a couple of quilts prior to that, but they were crib size for friends. That is a lot of work, Judy. Absolutely, I agree, Laura. And Ron's like, oh no. Yeah, we're not going to make you wait. Why would we make you wait? Come on. We got to have some guys in the crowd. You know, when I go to Paducah, here's story time. When I go to Paducah, do you know what they do to the men's rooms? The men's rooms become one restroom on one floor of the entire convention hall. All of the other men's rooms in the entire facility become temporarily ladies' rooms. So the men are told, you have one restroom, here's where you go. And the women are told, okay, there's one restroom you can't use in this facility. Listen, I've given most of them away. You need to take pictures. You need to have pictures. Please tell me you've got pictures. It is the listing the place Tuesday, and hopefully everything falls into place, and I can then head back to Georgia. Oh, I am not looking forward to the day I have to do that. Mine will be in Alabama. Mine will be in Alabama, then heading back to Wyoming, but I am not looking forward to that day. Jaja, happy first quiltiversary. Oh, good catch, Melissa. Yes. Jaja's quiltiversary. I like that. Make donation quilt. Are you completely hooked on quilting now? Well, she is here. She's hanging out with me. She's coming to the dark side with me. I make donation quilts for the NICU where my daughter works as a nurse. I try to make all of them crib size, but some are smaller. Yeah, I understand that too. I make angel gowns, and sometimes I make them the right size and sometimes make them the other size. Oh, and Joanne Fabric here didn't have a men's restroom. I'm glad they, oh goodness, right. Oh, bad form. But it was bad form for them to not have a men's room. It was very bad form. Judy sending love and prayers that everything works out well, right? And Jaja says she is hooked. Yay! Good. We don't have to worry about you leaving us for another craft anytime soon. I mean, you might eventually. Everybody does, occasionally. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not planning to leave quilting anytime soon. So the book I got that Mr. Siberian Wind can't see, it is cross-stitch. Now granted, I haven't cross-stitched most of the entire time I've been here. I kind of put up cross-stitch because quilting came first, and I finally got a chance to be quilting came first. So I haven't done much cross-stitch, but the book that I got sent for my birthday is Peanuts Gang cross-stitch book. So Mr. Siberian Wind loves Charlie Brown. So I may be cross-stitching some Charlie Brown. Possibly for Christmas this year, because we're broke. There's no going back. Fabric addicts for life, right? I love that. I totally am a fabric addict. So, okay. So here's a question for you. If you were given the opportunity to take some fabric home, and it's not your normal colors, like it's not something you would normally use, and it is cotton quilting fabric, it would be something that you would use for a quilt, do you still take it home? It is 100% free to you. Do you take it home or do you leave it there? Can you wash more than one quilt at a time, provided there's room in the washer and dryer? Depends on the size of the quilt. If it was a queen or king size, I would say no, unless the dryer is like a super large dryer or a super large washer. If it is, then you might be able to get away with it. I personally will only wash throw size or smaller quilts together. My king size quilt, well, actually I take that back. Yeah, I do wash a king size quilt with smaller quilts. I don't wash two kings at the same time in the same washer. Now in my washer at home, I don't have the room for a king, so that's not even an option. Just make sure that the the quilts are going to have enough room to move around. The whole point of the laundry soaps that we use today is that your laundry has room to move around and swish around with them. If your quilts do not have room to swish around and fully be submerged and fully be rinsed and spin properly, then no, do not wash more than one. If your quilts are going to have room to move around and do a lot of swishing around and all of that, then I'd say it's fine. My portable washer that I have here in the apartment will not wash larger than a throw size comfortably. I can wash a king size flat sheet, but I cannot wash a king size quilt in this washer. I can wash a queen size quilt just barely, and that's still kind of pushing it. I don't recommend it. So it depends on the size of the washer and the dryer. Like, does it have actual room to move? Like, is it just shoved in there as tight as it can fit and then water's added? Or is there a lot of room to move? I have more than fabric that I can use in 2 or 3 lifetimes. You know, Laura, I need fabric. I always do. What you guys see behind me is all of my fabric stash. I don't have fabric anywhere else in this room other than scraps. And some of my scraps, I've got bigger scraps. Some of my scraps I don't. So just keep that in mind. I can always use fabric, so box some up and send it. Jaja says she used to buy fabric all the time from Joann's and just collect it. She never knew what to do with it because it's quilting cotton until I finally looked on YouTube how to learn. Ah, that's how you got it. That's how you got the quilting bug. So I have some fabrics that I have had for a really long time that I do need to use. So I will be using them within the next couple of years because they've been hanging out for a while. But I don't have enough to make every single quilt I could make because some of these fabrics just will not go well together with each other. Oh my goodness, I have fabric all over the house right now. Oh my gosh, Laura. How dare you? No, I'm just kidding. You know how quickly I stop myself, right? Oh, you won't get kicked out. You won't get kicked out. If it's something obscene or something like that, we might have to have a conversation. Just don't post random videos and we're good. Or a lot of video links. I don't want to do spam control. I'm just learning. I need basics. All the fabrics I have a random busy patterned one that I just think are pretty. Yes. So have you thought about joining my mystery? Have you thought about joining the Reflections mystery? If you decide you want to join the Reflections mystery, there's a video from August. There's a whole playlist, but there's a video from August and a video from September talking about the Reflections mystery. Oh, good. Yay. I'm going to have to go see. I'm excited. I'm going to see your cutter. I have a cutter that I got. It's called a quilt cut, but it's from the 1970s. And I'm so excited about it. I like it. It's not perfect for everything, but I do like it. I can wash a king size bedspread in the washer. Okay. Let's see. Oh, you've never heard of my mystery? Okay. It's the Reflections mystery. So if you go back and look for August 15th or if you go look under videos. Oh, good night, Ellen. Have a good evening and be safe driving home. Thank you for being here for as long as you were. I appreciate it. So if you go look, let me pull it up. The video link for it. My nose is itching now. My wrist and my nose at the same time. It's not fair. All right. If you go to videos, there's a first annual mystery quilt launch premiere. It's got purples and pinks and blues on a white background, and then September edition for Reflections mystery. Those are the two videos that are already up. There's a couple of other videos that link in to that initial premiere. Let's see. Ron, when I next go to Oklahoma, I'll probably be asking you the name of that fabric store you go to. Oh, good deal. Good deal, Sheila. You know, y'all can start coming this way too. I'm just kidding. Okay, so the Reflections mystery is 100% free. You do not have to pay anything to get anything from me. Your pay is just coming to hang out. And I am walking you through how to sew each and every step of the mystery. So every clue comes out on the 15th of the month. The very first cutting clue, where you're going to cut and you're going to sew, is coming out October 15th. I just got through editing it today. Oh, good. Ron says for Sheila to let him know. I like that. So with the Reflections mystery, you will need a background. Now, I called it a background, and that's what we're going to call it throughout the entirety of the quilt. It is really more a focus fabric. So one of those fabrics that you've already picked out that you absolutely love and you want to work with. If you have, oh, please do, Sheila. I know it's harder to get into my neck of the woods, but yes, please do. Go, like, have a soda or something, or, have lunch. There's lots of cool lunch places around here too. There's some high scale places, and then there's some I can't afford much places. So we have options. We have options. So the 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 focus or background fabric is the fabric you start with first anyway. So if you choose a fabric out of your stash of all of these very busy prints that you have, that works perfectly. Then I'm going to walk you through in the premiere and in the September video, I believe, where do I get a quilt dictionary? There's actually quite a few out there. You know what? Well, let's do that. Not this thread. Let me think. I will pull my books out, guys. I don't mind. So you can't do anything tomorrow. And then Sunday night is crazy busy. My birthday is going to be busy. The 10th, I'm going to have Alicia and Kathy on here at 6 Mountain Time. If I'm filling in some time between the 7th and the 10th, we'll do it then. And if not, we'll pull them out on the 12th. I'll pull out my quilting books on the 12th. And we'll go through all of the books that I have, why I have them, and why they're important. Because I choose books specifically for a reason. I don't just get books because they're books. And I don't just get books because they're quilting books. I choose my books for a very, very specific reason. And I'll walk you through every last book I have and how you can get a hold of one if you want one. Thanks, Tammy. I can wash king size bedspread and washer and dryer. I can wash my king quilt I made too. I'll see what I can get in comfortably for sure. Yeah, you want it to be able to move around and swish, because if it doesn't swish around enough, it is not actually going to get clean. It's kind of like washing your hair. If you use like conditioner first, then when you use shampoo, all you're going to be doing is washing out the conditioner. It's kind of like that. You want to be able to actually get your quilts clean and get all the oils and dirts and soils off of them. And they don't do that very well if they don't have room to move away from the fabrics. That would be interesting. I'm a book person, says Sheila. Oh, okay, yeah, we can do that. We can do that. We're not doing it with Mr. Siberian Wind here, because that's going to be a mess. But we'll do it the following week. Ron, I just bought the quilting book by Christina West on Amazon. Ooh, I have not seen that book. And guys, if you ever see a book that you find interesting, feel free to drop me an email with a link to it. Do they have quilt terms? It should be like foreign language to me. Yes and no. Some of them, let me just pull out my stack of books. I have a lot of different books, but I keep it kind of a core. I'll just pull every book off my bookshelf. No joke, guys. I will pull literally every book off my bookshelf. It's not going to be that big of a stack. It's going to probably stack up to about here. Okay, maybe about here. Okay, it is not that big of a stack, but I have chosen every book that I own for one reason or another. And I don't have books just to have books. I don't feel like there's any point in me having books just to store them. So every book that I have, I bought for a very detailed reason as to why that book was my choice. You'd be surprised how many books I found at the thrift store and library sales. I have lots of books. Yes, there's a crazy amount of books out there. Here's my deal. And here's one of the reasons I don't have a lot of books. Other than just, I don't want to dust it. And I don't want to keep up with books just to have them. Like, it is not about just having a book. I want books I can use that will give me a purpose. So we'll go through all the books that I have. But at some point, you know, I come across some books and I'm just like, why would I get this when I already have this information 5 other times? Like, why get this duplicated information? And I know sometimes it's worded differently and it might help somebody to be one way or another. But for me personally, I don't feel a need to have 3 million books to explain 2 principles or 4 principles. Like, there's just no point in that for me. So I'll explain to you why I have each and every book that I have, because they are all thoughtful decisions. I just got a book other than the cross stitch pattern book, which I did not have those patterns and they are licensed. That was on my wish list, so that's why that was a birthday present. But the other book that I got, I chose it even though I couldn't read inside of it. That book and another book that I recently got, I chose those books because they had something that no other book that I already own has. So that's how I value my books. They have to be unique enough for me to look for them for a specific reason. Jaja says that the book she got says a step-by-step guide to patchwork and quilting, tools, fabrics, techniques, project. Ooh, that does sound interesting. I may have to look it up. Ron says he's going to look it up. Oh, perfect. And Jaja says she's excited to see my books. So some of them are not going to be to everybody's taste. I will go ahead and tell you that right now. But I'm very particular. I'm not that way with fabric. You know, fabric, as long as it is quilting cotton or flannel, I'm not going to turn it away. I will pick it up and I will bring it home and give it a good home. Books, I'm not that way about. Books have to give me a reason to have that book over another book. Laura says she's a book lover. She's always been an avid reader. Many of the books she has were gifted to her. See, I like that idea. My mom is an avid book reader. I am not. Quilters Academy book. I have not seen that one yet either. I'm not. I don't know. My apartment is small, so I only have a few books, but I feel like the ones I have are worth making space for. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. My bookshelf that my books are on is also where I store my AccuQuilt dies. It is in my dining room. That's why I keep looking over there. It's like I've got my curio. And then I've got my bookshelf behind it. And it's behind the dining room table. So like it's in the dining room. It's fully in the dining room. But I mean, I'm just looking to see if there's any other books that I have. And I've got some good books. I've got some good books that I think would help. I just would have to pull them out. I'd have to look at all the titles to see exactly which book I would recommend, to put it that way. All right, so that was B3. So we're looking at B4. I need 6. Should be this fabric. Oh, let's see. Where's fabric 6? Okay, that is 6. And that is 3. And that is 4. So I should have 3 of these to make because I already made 1 out of the 4 I have to make. So we're going to see. We're going to see. So this project is not going anywhere until I have to move it, because it would be a little bit more painful to move it and then have to move it again. All right, so that's 3, and this should be 3. It is. Do you guys ever do a project like this? Like, do you ever like pick apart a project and just do it that way? I really need to be working on my quilt coat. I really need to be working on my purple quilts. And I really need to be working on the blue quilts. But I needed some time. I needed some time. I've got all those. I sewed the blue quilt. Do you guys remember the blue that I was pulling out the other night? What was that? That was Saturday last week, wasn't it? I was pulling out all that. And I pulled out all that blue fabric, got it cut for the triangles for the quilt that I need to make with it, and thought I had everything that I needed, and I am short by half. Laura says she does not know that book yet. Okay. Yeah, I don't know it for sure either. Like, I haven't seen it. I'd have to look it up to see it. And Puppy is getting into trouble, so let me grab a treat to get him back over here. Sir, you want one? All right, go get me Blinky. Okay, thank you. So, pro tip. No, right? Pro tip. He very much likes fabric. So occasionally he has to have fabric. And that's what keeps him out of trouble. So that's fine. We have this fleece blanket for him, which he's starting to now get more and more holes into. And this is his. He's allowed to have it. And he's allowed to chew holes into it. But I do try to keep him from sitting there and excessively chewing holes, because that's not healthy behavior. So we have to watch that. Jaja says she has not seen that book either, Ron. Sheila says she hasn't laid all the pieces like that. Don't know if I would trust my brain to keep track. Yeah. I feel like I should have grabbed like cookie sheets and put between the layers, but I don't have any cookie sheets to lay between the layers. You know, or sheets of paper. Sheets of paper would have actually worked. Just take a sheet of paper and lay it between the layers. And that would have kept them separate, but it is what it is. I have done my quilting this way, like my piecing this way, for so long, I'm just used to it. And I do have a little divider thingy, the little cutter, but I have to keep pulling it over and pushing it back and pulling it over and pushing it back. And I am turning my pieces upside down. So these are the first ones that I did. They're upside down. So once the entire stack is done, then I can turn them all right side up. And then I can maybe rotate the entire block if I want to, or just pick up what I'm going to work on and then start working on it the same exact way. That way I don't have to necessarily rotate my papers, though. That's the challenging one. I do like that these are batiks, though. Aren't they pretty batiks? I think I'm going to hit my limit in about 30 minutes. I'm feeling like that's where I'm going to hit it. So we're going to push till 30 minutes is up, and then I'll probably hit my limit then. That'll probably be it for the night. Just because my body. I'm doing a lot better than I was back in April. I've come a long way since my surgery in April. And I'm not doing too bad with my surgery this time around. Of course, I have pain meds this time around too. I don't remember if I had pain meds the first time around. Maybe, yeah, they did send me home with something. Ron, first time quilt making, learn to quilt in 6 easy lessons is a good beginner book. Oh, very good. Very good. I can also start doing a beginner series, guys, if you want me to. Lots of pictures, says Sheila. Yes. I have got to teach my 4-H kids how to quilt. And the first thing that I'm going to do with them is do pre-cuts and have them assemble pre-cut squares. So that's going to be the first round. Second round is going to be doing half square triangles and trimming. I've just got to get to where they are okay and able to sew straight lines. We're not to the sewing straight lines part yet. We're to the sewing. We're to the sewing machine if it's already set up and ready, but we're not to the sewing straight lines part yet. So we're going to get there. We are going to get there. If I can teach 4-H kids, I can teach you, Ron. I am up for the challenge. You can probably sew a straight line though. You'll be leaps and bounds ahead of my kids. I did bookmarks with them. So guys, if you're looking for an inexpensive and easy project to work on with a young child, maybe during the holidays this year, bookmarks. Crazy easy. Take, I used a 3-inch by 8-inch piece of denim, and I set up multiple different machines, but if you've only got one machine, set up one machine. And the more decorative stitches you've got, the better. The more decorative they are, the better. So what I did is I set up 4 machines, one with red thread, one with blue, one with green, and one with yellow, because that's what we already had available to us. And I cut a whole bunch of little strips of fabric that were at least 3 inches wide. And I said, okay, here's your fabrics. Lay these out onto your bookmark, your denim piece, however you think they'd look prettiest. So they did. And then we took turns, one child at a time, because there's only one of me. And even though moms were there, the moms haven't pulled their sewing machines out in a really long time either. So what we did is each child got to go to the machine and sit at the machine. I taught them to raise the presser foot and lower the presser foot. And I held the threads so they didn't get bunched on the back. And they got to press the foot pedal. And cheap felt from the craft store, the edges won't fray. Yeah, you can do that, or even better, especially if you have kids that need motor skill work, which, I mean, my youngest was a 2nd grader and my oldest was a 4th grader. And my 3rd grader was actually the one with the best motor skills as far as using scissors. She was the fastest, but she's also the most flamboyant child. She's very loud and boisterous. So she was right at home playing with something sharp. So what I did is every kid sewed the fabrics down, kind of like crazy quilt. So just lay the 2 pieces of fabric on top of each other and sew as closely as they can follow on the presser foot. Follow that and just stitch that with a decorative stitch. And then we change threads, change stitches, whatever, for the next piece of fabric. And I just kept guiding them through. And at the end, I took their bookmarks to my machine. I gave their bookmarks a satin stitch. I gave mine a straight stitch. And I just stitched all the way around to give them a mostly square bookmark. And then I sat them down with pinking shears and had them pinking shear the edges so that they learned not to cut into their stitches or into my stitches. But they got that feel of using scissors and cutting actual fabric. Even though pinking shears are different than regular fabric, it's still that movement. And then I punched holes in the top of the bookmarks and cut pieces of ribbon for them. And they threaded the ribbon through with a loop and then stuck the end of the ribbon through at the top to make a bookmark. So they all 3 went home with a bookmark. 2 of them actually took an extra bookmark home so that they could make it at home. The youngest wasn't really wanting to take another bookmark home, so she didn't, which is okay. But that's what we did. That's what we did. All right, let's see. Okay, so B5, fabric 7. All right, that is fabric 7. Okay. We are doing fabric 6, which that looks like it, and fabric 5, which that looks like it. Okay, these are very, very light colors. All right, and I gotta make 4 of these. So we're gonna see. I always drew a crazy line all over the piece of paper, and they had to try to stay on the line on the paper before they sewed with fabric. I would love to do that if I could get them to show up. And that's part of the problem that I'm having right now. Hey, Pam, welcome in. We're going to be here for about another 30 minutes. About something like that. We're going to see how long I last. I think that's about where I'm going to hit it. Hit my limit. So glad you're here. Glad you're here. But yeah, so there are a whole bunch of needles in the packs. And they're marked as, for sewing paper only. So I'm betting that that's what a lot of people have done before. However, we have so few that are actually showing up for projects. So like my zipper pouch class, I ended up having to cancel it because it's a 2-day class. So they'd have to come for session one night and then come for session 2 a week later. And I only had one student. I'm not going to put myself in the situation where I only have one student at a night class. And potentially mom or dad does not stay with the student. So I'm not going to do that. I'm okay if there's 2 students, but I'm not okay if there's just one student. That's putting me in a situation where I have to provide myself or the child a chaperone, and I'm not okay with that. So I will do it for 2 students, but not 1. I am someone above the age of 18, and they are someone under the age of 18. And yeah, it is about CYA. I finally got on the long arm today, totally set up. Even test the automation for 1 test block. That's exciting, PM. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait, guys, to have my machine back. I'm so having withdrawals. My long arm table is covered with stuff right now because I don't need my long arm table right now because I can't use it. And it is breaking my heart to see it covered with stuff, but I can't bring myself to uncover it either, like to fix it, because I don't know when it's going to be when I can actually use it again. So I'm so brokenhearted. I'm so glad you're getting to use yours though. So happy for you. That's exciting. So yeah, I did bookmarks. That same age group, I will do pillowcases with them. I'm gonna do the burrito style, and we are gonna do French seams. And that is a 1-night class, but again, parents are going to be staying with their students for that class because again, we're doing a night class, and the last thing I really want to have happen is for one child to sew through a finger and me have to rush them somewhere to get medical attention and parents be nowhere around. That is not okay with me because I don't have contact information for the parents. So that's going to be the next thing I'm going to be requiring, is that if a parent is leaving, that I have a working contact phone number and that they know that they better answer if I call. If I call, it is important. I'm not calling you just to chit chat about your child. I am calling you because something happened and either you need to be here or I need to be leaving with your child to go somewhere. So that's kind of my concern with it. And because it is an evening time class, I don't have any support staff already there at the site. So yeah, it's the joys of being a teacher in this day and age. And I'm not a certified instructor. I'm a 4-H teacher. I have not gone through teaching classes and all of that. I'm teaching based off of my skill set. So my skill set is limited in that respect. Even though I've had children of my own, I take every child's safety as paramount and of the utmost importance. And there's only so much I can do if I'm the only adult on site. And yeah, so yeah. Isn't it cute? Isn't it cute? And yes, that fabric is different from that fabric. I promise. One is 3 and one is number 4. All right, now to do this other one that almost looks identical to each other. We might get through, I don't know how many we're going to get through. We'll see. We will see. I do love batiks though. They are so easy to press. Because once I finger press these using my fingernail, I'm just stacking them up and just pressing them all at the same time. I hope so too, Pam. I really do. I don't know if they do yet, but we're going to try. You have great plans all lined up. I'm trying to think of all the beginner kid projects. Scrunchies, maybe. Scrunchies might work. I do try to keep everything gender neutral. So boys may not want to make scrunchies, so I wouldn't get any boys interested in class. So I kind of shy away from that. I do have, so pillowcases and zipper pouches are two. I'm doing Halloween tote bags, and those are with the older kids as well. Again, it's 2 sessions. So session 1 will be them coming in and cutting their fabrics, because they're going to buy their own fabrics. Coaster, mug rugs, or hot pads would be beginner friendly. It would be if I can convince them to come in and make them. That's the hard part, is the 4-H kids are in this because they're either because they really want to learn a whole bunch of different things, or they're in it because my parents made me. And even though it's not, 4-H is not supposed to be a my parents made me thing, you know it is. You know there are going to be some kids that is the whole reason that they're there, is because their parents made them. So I want the classes to be engaging. T-shirt yarn, the first class for that, I had a couple of students. One of those students was supposed to be at my bookmark class and wasn't there. I think the first quilting class, I'm going to do 2 different quilting classes. I'm going to do crazy quilts. Tote bags are great. They are. And it's also working on seeing how good the kids can do at sewing a straight line. And if it doesn't come out super straight, it won't be the end of the world. One of the first things I made was an apron. I like the idea of an apron, but then it's got to be fitted to whoever is going to wear it. Granted, that's not that hard of a fit, because, an apron that fits me, if it's a one size fits most pattern, an apron that fits me should fit Mr. Siberian Wind, but maybe not. It might not. A notebook pen holder, but do kids even write anymore? Barely. Their penmanship is horrid. With upcoming Christmas, maybe they'd be interesting Christmas gifts. They probably would be. But again, I have to make it something that the kids are going to want to do, and that, it's going to be okay that the parents leave. And I'm not sure any of these kids are ready for it yet. So some kids do. Some kids really enjoy writing. I think I do have one student that she really takes her time. So I think she would be a perfect one for something like that. Her sister, who's the boisterous one, probably not so much. Not so much. She's very, very loud and very opinionated. She's a sweet, sweet child. Sweet child. But I'm not sure if she would sit and write very much, or if we can convince her to write. I don't know that she'd be happy to do it, I guess is the better way to put it. All right, that was B5, I believe. So B6, we're making 4. All right, B6, this is supposed to be 8. Let's see, where's my fabric 8? Let me do a comparison, if I can find it. I do not see my fabric 8. We're going to have to find out. Oh. So the crazy quilt project, I can get away with a lot with it. So that's kind of why I was going with that one. The other one, we're going to do 4 patches. So they can assemble, 4 patch blocks. and then we're going to put the whole quilt together. Like that's going to be a multi-session. That's going to be probably 2 or 3 sessions. Just because there's going to be pressing involved and I want them to press correctly. And that's going to be a challenge because I have not had any of these children using irons before. So it scares me a little bit, but I'm willing to take the challenge. So yeah, it's gonna be okay. It's just a matter of figuring it out. Okay, B6, I'm making 4. Let's see if I've got 4. Watch, this entire stack is going to be correct. It's going to be when I go to the other stacks, that's when I'm going to find where I miscounted. What you want to bet? Oh, is that? All right, that's 1, 2. Oh, that's 4. Okay. It was stuck together. All right, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. That pile is getting really small now. Oh yeah, I've done the 2-sided aprons with beginners. Easy right sides together with ribbons pinned in place for straps. Stitch the perimeter, then turn right side out. Yeah, and I think even if I offer it, I don't think I'm going to get anybody signing up. A lot of the tried and true projects that everybody's done is what people are still doing. There's another sewing instructor that is teaching sewing to 4-H kids. And then there's another off-site program that is also now teaching sewing to kids. But they're not actively working on quilting projects. They can embroider an ornament, then sew it into a pillow. It could be something as easy as a bell. Ooh, that might work. Because I might have enough of everything that they would need for that, so they wouldn't have to buy anything. A lot of the parents don't want to or can't afford to buy fabric right now too, which is also impacting signups. So it has to be things that I can provide everything for. That's why the bookmarks were a huge success. The t-shirt yarn was a huge success because they could bring t-shirts or I could provide t-shirts. So, one or the other. It's going to be great, and you're giving these kids such a gift. Some of them may even sew all their lives. I love that you're doing this. Thank you. I took up sewing from my grandmother when I was about 8. I think that's about when she started working with me to teach me to sew. And I don't remember, I never did any, just make this to make this. Just make this to learn this skill projects. I learned how to sew by making my dress, by making a dress to fit me. She did all the background work of measuring me and knowing what to do, but I did all the work of sewing the dress and then having to rip things out and sew it back together. I did an A-line dress and complete with a zipper and hand hemming the bottom, hand actually stitching that blind hem by hand. That was how I learned to sew. I never did, all of my cutesy other projects were things I came up with on my own, because it was, something to make for my dolls or something to make for myself. But did my grandmother do any of that with me? No. We didn't even do pin cushions together because it wasn't necessary. We didn't need the extra stuff. Oh, don't do aprons. That's a lot of fabric you'd have to provide. Yeah. Oh, you're fine, Jaja. Absolutely talk to your mom when she calls. Absolutely. Oh, thank you, Laura. So, I want them to be able to get to the point where they can quilt. And I am kind of setting myself apart as a quilting instructor. So I'm not trying to bill myself as a sewing instructor, even though I can sew. I can sew clothes. I'm about to be sewing a quilt coat. Do you guys want to see me put together the coat? Like, is that something you want to see? I've got a sweater I need to sew, and I might pull my serger out for that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how well she's going to behave. But I cut my teeth learning to sew by making clothing, not by making quilts. So my formative years learning to sew was all garment sewing. And so in order to make that change, like to be able to teach them quilting first and garment sewing, let the other instructors hand to that, then that's fine with me. It's just a challenge. Yes to the coat. Yes. Oh, that'd be cute. They might, Sheila. I might try to see if I could put something together for that. Making a card featuring fabric they sewed and quilted. They could hand quilt a small square. I like that idea. Quilt coats are fascinating, and Laura said yes to it. Okay. Well, the first step, I had to go find copy paper. Yeah, I'm going to call it quits here in a minute. We're going to sew this other side, and we're calling it quits. I'm starting to stumble over my own words, so yeah. The first thing I'm going to do is we're going to test the pattern. And because I don't want to cut into my quilt, which has not been made yet, but I don't want to cut into, a quilt and test my pattern that way, we're going to use my lining fabric. I have plenty of it. So the lining fabric, I'm going to trace out everything. I've already got everything rough cut, but I didn't have my tracing paper. I needed the tracing paper. So I'm going to trace it out. So we may work on that off and on for the next couple months or so, because I definitely want to make one. Hey, Regina, welcome in. She says, hi, everyone. I'm glad you're here. We'll have a lot of replay. You can come hang out and rewatch here in just a minute. I'm going to sew these 3 and press, and then we're calling it quits for the night. My brain is starting to fry. Oh, guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. I appreciate every last one of you. So yeah, I want to make a quilt coat. I've already picked the pattern, so I've already got it laid out. It is going to have a hood. Regina says she taught 6th and 7th graders to quilt. Yay! Right now I'm working with the group that I had the other night for my bookmark class were 2nd, 3rd, and 4th graders. So, starting a bit younger. That sewing that straight line is going to be the next challenge we're going to conquer, but I'm going to help them with that. In order to do the crazy quilt, so you can technically just lay fabric on top of each other and just sew it with a decorative stitch. But what I'm going to have them do is we're going to take and, oh yes, you probably do have a lot of tips. If you want to pass any along to me, you are more than welcome to. I will not turn them down. So what I'm going to do with a crazy quilt is I'm going to pull up a page or 2 of embroidery stitches, like not just the running stitch, but like oh, good night, Joan. I'll see you on Sunday. Absolutely. They can iron, some can sew halfway straight, but they can't manipulate. Oh no, they can't manipulate a rotary cutter with a ruler. I know. That's kind of what I'm thinking too. And of course, my YouTube is not liking me at the moment. Let me refresh my page so I can see what's going on. YouTube's chat just died on me. So guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button for me, please. I greatly appreciate it. We're going to pop this chat back out so I can see it again. There we go. All right, we're back in business. We are back in business. All right, but I'm on the last one. So once we get this sewn, then I'm going to press everything, and then we're going to call it a night. All right, there we go. We're going to even turn the machine off just to prove that I am not going to sew it again. We're not putting my body through it. 3 hours is good enough. So what we're going to do is we're going to sew straight lines, fold the fabric back, so we're going to kind of like foundation piece it, not paper piece, but foundation piece it. And then once they are done foundation piecing their block, then I'm going to have them take embroidery floss, and they're going to learn to practice hand stitches to decorate their crazy quilt blocks. And I'm going to teach them to work from the inside out, because that was a skill when we did the bookmarks. They turned things different ways, and they frequently were not getting spatial awareness of, hey, once this is sewn, then I can sew that. They were trying to sew a different section first because they liked the color that they wanted to sew on that other section better. But we needed to get that first section sewn, if that makes sense. So like they need to learn that process of like sewing from the beginning or from the inside out when they do decorative stitches. So their straight lines are going to be on the machine, and then their decorative stitches are going to be by hand for the crazy quilt blocks. So they are going to get to work on the machine again. And we're going to work on the straight line stitches. All right, so in order to keep these all in order and not lose track of where I was, this is the back of the stack. There we go. And I'm going to turn it over and sit it right on top of that stack so I know where I'm going to go. Okay? How does that make sense? Or does that make sense to you guys? Okay. Well, I am going to go take meds and go get in bed here in a few minutes. Thank you guys so much for coming to hang out with me. I really appreciate you doing this. And we will do some more of these over the next month and 2 months and 3 months. A lot of pop-ups. I'll try to schedule them like an hour before the pop-up time. That way you guys should get notifications if you've got your notification bell turned on. If you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. And please, if you haven't already done so, go ahead and hit that like button as well. It was promised cookies in your group. Oh yeah. We'll get the cookies there. We're the dark side. We will get you some cookies, Ron. Absolutely. Be here Sunday. Good night, team, everyone. Absolutely, Sheila. Good night, Rena. Good night, Pam. Oh, Jaja said she had a good night with everyone. Fantastic. You guys have a great evening. Go pat some fabric if you haven't already. And I will see you guys Sunday night